Yeah, cruising in the ocean with my fellas, waving at the shore, we got all them people jealous. They see that we shining from way over yonder. Gotta thank my father, my sponsor, for putting me on board and also giving me the capability to live life with no fear, create buzz with no beer. God is the reason why I live like this. Now everybody hating me, now I feel like Chris. Working out, eating right, now I look like this. Phone filled with different numbers, now my ex all pissed. Now I'm playing, she don't care cause she move like this. Man, I ain't hating cause she bad, man, we all ruthless. Man, I got money in my pocket, diamonds on my pinky and that brain. Bing bang pow.
Bing bang pow.
What's up?
That's correct. Alrighty. So
They
here's our
dropped the
Monday Night
ball.
Raw recap.
Uh-oh. Coming in
Let's go
hot.
right here. Yep. Let's go right here. Yep. The stove is
Coming in
on.
hot.
You know what time it is, BZ. You know what time it is. Okay. So, in the main event of this Monday Night Raw, live in Columbus, Ohio, we have my boy, Jey Uso.
That
The
ain't
main
your
event
boy. Let's
himself,
make that clear.
the Yeet Man, the Yeaster,
That is not
the
your
Yeet
boy.
Magician, the Yeet Mesmerizer, okay, took on Cody Rhodes, who claims to be the American Nightmare, according
That's
to
your
his
boy.
dad's nickname,
That's
the
your
American
boy.
Dream, the Hard Times, the guy who came from AEW, came back from WWE after 6 years.
Oh my
6
God.
years.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
King of the Ring tournament semifinal match to determine who goes to Saudi Arabia. Beezy, drum roll, please. You gonna give me a drum roll, man?
What's the drum roll
They
for?
dropped the ball.
How?
How what?
They,
How did I drop the ball?
We didn't say you dropped the ball.
no, not you.
You said
I
your
said
man Jey
WWE dropped
Uso,
the
and Jey
ball.
Uso is not your guy.
Oh,
Don't try to
okay.
claim him. Don't claim him now.
Okay.
Don't claim him now.
Here we go.
Busy.
BZ's already
Cody
listen,
Rhodes is
y'all.
your guy.
BZ's
That's why you
already
ain't
coming at
mad.
my head for the smoke.
Busy.
He's already coming at my head for the smoke.
Busy.
He coming at me for
They had
it's all,
Crybaby.
all
They had
good.
Crybaby Cody win.
Yep.
Cody Crybaby.
Which I don't understand because you had the perfect setup for SummerSlam and you ruined it.
Mm.
Well,
Was the world
we said we
was
knew
the
what
world
he was cooking,
was the
and
world
eventually
ready
they
for
stopped
Jay?
cooking.
Was the world ready for Jey Uso versus Randy Orton?
Yeah,
That's a good question.
it could happen.
That would have been a mess that I probably wasn't even expecting now, but that probably would have been good. That was something that you put together that nobody was even didn't even know that they wanted. They didn't even know that they needed that match.
Right.
Yeah, that would be one of them for sure. Jay versus Jay versus Randy.
My best guess is they're doing this match because they want to get to Cody Rhodes facing John Cena at SummerSlam. They want to get to their SummerSlam plans is have John Cena and Cody Rhodes main event. I'm guessing SummerSlam night 1 or night 2. It's going to be either one of the nights, right? With that said, it may be a way Jey Uso could get back to that world title. I just think it wasn't probably in the card for him to win the King of the Ring tournament, but it was an opportunity for him to get towards the world title scene again. But I think they had to go with Cody in order to factor into the John Cena plans.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking Jey Uso might be put into the plans for the World Heavyweight title scene. I think what we gotta do is just wait until what happens at Saturday night's main event with Goldberg and Gunther, and see how that blows up. And hopefully Larry's
I'm
prediction comes true.
I'm being 100% honest with you.
Go ahead.
They ruined their chances. That would have made sense for Jay to get back in that picture. Because now the only way for Jay to get back in that picture is for him to wait for next year and go to Elimination Chamber,
You see how everybody in the comments,
which we
not in the
don't want to
comment
see.
section, but everybody if you go on Twitter
Because
right now, if you go on YouTube, everybody is saying Jay turn heel, Jay turn heel. Like I said, everybody calling it now.
They want it.
Mm-hmm.
They want the heel turn.
Because bro, they gave Cody Rhodes the Royal Rumble back to back. He got the
Yep.
championship and everything. Got a super long run.
Mm-hmm.
Cody did not need that title back. As soon as Cody get back, you automatically put him in the title picture, and you sabotage Jay by making Cody team up with him at Money in the Bank
Yep.
in a tag match.
Yep.
Knowing Jay had a title match the next day.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Then you go right ahead and throw Cody into the King of the Ring tournament,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that he didn't earn that.
Mm-hmm.
Just for you to make Jay lose.
He got squashed twice.
A lot of people who like, come on now,
They keep squashing him.
come on now. He deserved that more than Cody.
Yep.
Cody got everything that was for him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie to you, putting the championship on Cody Rhodes does not make sense anymore.
Nope, they don't.
There's no storyline you can do with that.
That's him and The Rock. If he sell his soul, that's the only thing.
And
Other than
that's
that,
not
don't make
gonna
sense.
happen.
Yep. Other than that, don't make sense.
Cause like, bro, it would have been it was so easy. One thing you have to do is let Jay win the men's King of the Ring tournament. Have Seth Rollins cash in on the winner of the Gunther versus Goldberg match. Get the title. Boom, we got Jay Uso versus Seth Rollins for the world title at SummerSlam.
Mm.
Boom, Roman Reigns comes back, helps Jay secure the title. Boom, we got Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns at War Games.
Got it.
Yep.
But now we got Cody Rhodes. They can put him in another situation with John Cena, which I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm really starting not to like, because it's like, what are y'all doing? Y'all just throwing people. Y'all throwing Randy Orton in the mix. Y'all throwing CM Punk in the mix. Y'all throwing Ron Killings in the mix. Now you're throwing Cody in the mix.
Yep.
And you're starting to do exactly what they were doing before, which is not spotlighting that title that Gunther currently has.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all just letting it go to waste, like for real. Saturday night's main event, of all places, Saturday night's main event.
Right.
Yep.
Like, y'all completely making that title look bad, and that's supposed to be the main title.
But the World Heavyweight title was challenged for when Gunther won the King of the Ring tournament. So technically, it got his love from last year. I think they're trying to go and with the approach of going to John Cena's world title this year to make it, I guess, different.
But
Because
John
Gunther
Cena's world
won.
title was the focus of all last year, and Cody
No,
had it.
this is my point. What I'm saying is, in the King of the Ring tournament from last year, Gunther won that tournament and went after Damian Priest for his world title, because Damian Priest was world heavyweight champion around the time, and he ended up beating him for that world title at SummerSlam. Wasn't in the main event, but he beat him for that world title. My point I'm trying to get at is they gave us the world title picture when it came to the King of the Ring tournament last year. They're doing the Undisputed Championship this year with John Cena's world title run.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you, at this point, Jake could leave. He can real life leave.
We've had this talk before, Larry. We've had this talk before, Larry. You
Got
can't
no
have it,
contract.
bro. No, 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 no. No.
I'm saying though, like right now, I can't even see a path forward for him. The Sami Zayn feud thing, I don't even see that happening because they about to build a program of Sami Zayn and Karen Cross. So I don't see him and Jay crossing paths. So Jay Uso, one of your biggest stars, is left out of SummerSlam, left out of Night of Champions, left out of Saturday Night's main event.
I mean,
You
No.
got nothing for him.
I mean,
No.
That's the truth. You got nothing for him. You took everything that would have made sense away and buried it.
um,
There's the one. Larry, you want to get some off your chest, man. Let it be known, bro. Like you clearly
Oh,
you
I'm serious.
you have become somewhat, I would say, bitter the last 2-3 weeks when it comes to what happened with Jey Uso. It all started when it came to the whole entire world title debacle when he lost the belt against Gunther. And ever since then, you've been at Hunter's head. You've been at that whole entire man's neck. You've been talking about the TKO business, how the $3 billion, $4 billion, however much money it is in a hole. And you went into Rikishi. You reached out to Rikishi, testing out Rikishi, letting you know how you really feel about that. I mean, my God. And then you're wanting to Jey Uso to go about saying to WWE, "Hey, I want out my contract." And then you have proposed the idea of the bloodline actually going over to AEW, and me and Beasley have already told you that would not necessarily work whatsoever. And I get
No, I'm
you
not saying
upset,
go to
frustrated,
AEW.
but you just, bro, no, my man, you are hurt. Respectfully,
nah,
you are mad.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. I don't think Jey Uso is getting the proper treatment like anybody else that got a championship. The example that he said, which I agree with, is Cody Rhodes lost the title, and then all of a sudden now he's back in the play to actually get the title back. They didn't even put Jey Uso back in the titles. They didn't give him a rematch, and they didn't even put him in play to do that. They actually let Cody Rhodes after Jey Uso was running the WWE for a little bit. You let Cody Rhodes come back and actually squash Jey Uso. And how does Seth Rollins, not Seth Rollins, but how does Cody Rhodes get an opportunity to do that when you just lost? You lost to John Cena. All of a sudden you're gone for a little bit. Now you come back and you dang near get whatever you want over Jey Uso. And now Jey Uso doesn't even get a fair chance to get a rematch because they don't do rematches no more. Then they put him in the King of the Ring tournament, and then they let Cody Rhodes get put over Jey Uso when Jey Uso just lost. That's yeah. Larry could be butt hurt, but I think he has every right to be. I don't think that Jey Uso is being treated properly. Now to say he need to leave, I ain't saying that. We already established that. I know,
Mm-hmm.
but him being treated like this, it's still giving me. They still want Cody Rhodes to be the face vibes. But Cody Rhodes ain't selling more merch than Jey Uso. But you're allowing Cody Rhodes to squash Jey Uso. I
Bro,
So
just don't like it.
The hype for Cody Rhodes done died down.
It's all the way died. It's dead. And they trying to rebuild it, and it's not working.
so I really hate to say this, I really do, but I feel like I've called it a long time ago, and this is before we even did these WWE talks. You recording us, we be on your podcast, BZ. And I said it. I told you, and I told Larry this. And I'm not trying to say this because I just also know everything. But I said, and I called and I said that when Jey Uso will become world champion, I don't think WWE will capitalize on him being the actual face. They will make him more of a transitional champion. It took them a month and a half. Larry called it. I said 2 months. He said no, it's a month and a half. He corrected me over that. And they just immediately gave it to Gunther, just like that. And I'm like, okay, there has to be a reason for this. And my other reason was either they give him a world title rematch against Gunther. Apparently, they don't do that no more. I have no idea why. That's been done for years, and I love the idea of going back to back from time to time. Not too repetitive, obviously, but enough to where it's warranted for you should always have a rematch clause when you were the previous champion. I don't get that. I don't know why they ended up taking that away. So I said he can go after Gunther again for that belt for Night Champions. Or I said he wins the tournament, the King of the Ring tournament, and they get to there. And obviously, neither one of those two things have happened. They immediately went with who they wanted to go for next. The point of being a transitional champion is you're the guy who's going to hold the belt for a cup of coffee. You probably get at best 4 or 5 months. They gave Ray 4 months when he was world champion. They gave Kofi Kingston 6 months when he was world champion. They gave Jey Uso a month and a half for that World Heavyweight Championship run. And I hate to say that about Jey. I don't want to call him a transitional champion, but that's how they're treating him. That's how they treat this whole entire situation. I don't know what to say. Listen, I'm not a writer. I'm not behind the creative. I don't understand the plans. I stay on my belief that there is a reason for it. I just don't know the reason why right now. I can't make sense of it right now.
I don't think.
Yeah, because, bro, they about to have him out of the upcoming pay-per-views. Because there's no storyline you can throw in there.
I don't agree with that.
There's no storyline right now that you can throw in there.
I don't agree with it.
You don't agree with what?
I don't agree that they're going to just go ahead and not factor him into any plans for SummerSlam this year when he's one of the most active roster members they have on Monday Night Raw. He's there every Monday. They can't just go, oh, Jay, we're going to leave you off the card. When we already know how much work that man has done put in, he won the Royal Rumble this year. You gave him a WrestleMania match against Gunther. He wins the world title, and now you mean to tell me because after he loses the King of the Ring tournament, you're not gonna factor him into any plans for SummerSlam whatsoever? Doesn't make any sense to me. You put him in Money Bank. You put him in Saturday Night's main event, post WrestleMania, mind you. There's no way they go, Jey Uso's gonna be left off that card unless he's injured, or he's going to take a break for a little bit, or he's about ready to do a movie. Either one of those scenarios may happen, and then I can give you, okay, maybe that's why WWE did what they did with him losing the world title. But at the same exact time, if he's still an active member and he's consistent, why would you leave him off the card? Doesn't make any logical sense to me.
I understand. They
I understand what you're saying. It's not true though.
Mom, did you give somebody my number? I'm sorry, y'all. Did you give somebody my number?
You good?
I don't know. Somebody just texted me and said, I hope you're having a good night. Do you know who this is? It's a 608, so it's Wisconsin. Oh, never mind. I know who it is now. All right, never mind. Go ahead, y'all. My fault.
No, I'm just saying, I don't think that they're going to leave him off the SummerSlam card, and Larry's believing that they are going to leave him off the SummerSlam card. And I'm trying to process how and why.
You said he's he's going to be left off the. My thing is
that doesn't make any sense. Just because you're not the world champion or they're not factoring into plans for you into the world title scene doesn't mean you're going to be left off of SmackDown this year.
SmackDown?
Sorry, not SmackDown. SummerSlam.
My question is, can SummerSlam make it without Jey Uso this year?
What do you think, Larry?
Nope.
I think we're answering our question when we say that Jey Uso is on every night, on all the time. I think it's break
Mm-hmm.
time for Jey Uso.
Yep. That's probably what it is.
That's what I think. He might not make it on
That's probably what it
SummerSlam,
is.
but I think the SummerSlam will make it with if Roman Reigns somehow, some way is coming back at SummerSlam, then they don't really need Jey Uso. He need to take a couple weeks off. That's all. They let Cody and them do it. All the big stars is getting breaks, except for Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns got the break. Cody Rhodes got the break. You know what I'm saying? So he deserves it. Can't say he don't. And this could go back to the conversation that we always said. Jey Uso needs to change his package. This is an opportunity. This opportunity.
It's true.
This is an opportunity.
It would be funny if he didn't, though. I would be laughing my behind off about it, but I wouldn't care. It would at that point. I'd just be, what's the word for it? The old phrase like, is it a dead horse or something like that? Yeah, something like that.
Beating the dead
So
horse.
yeah, being a dead horse at that point, I wouldn't be. There's no point in me having to be like, he needs to come back and do these moves. At that point, it's just like, it is what it is. It is what it is. There's certain wrestlers that were great at not doing a whole lot of moves anyways. You know what I'm saying? Whatsoever, like in terms of like how they work their matches and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if he doesn't ever decide he don't need to improve and he feels like what he does works, and all cool to him. Cool to him. That way, but he's still working. He's still doing a good job, maintaining the positivity, maintaining belief in the fans, and yeah, they are. Yeah, come on, he's doing his job well. So probably no need for him to go about hitting a 630 senton moonsault maneuver, whatever. Like there's probably no need for all that. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. I just if they go about have him off the show, I don't know. If he's going about having a break, my biggest thing is that particularly the reason why he was okay with losing the world title against Gunther back?
Yep.
Is that part of
That's,
a factor into it?
that's what I'm thinking. Hold on one second. I gotta okay. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's the only thing I could think of. That they could allow the WWE to get away with this. It has to be because he's about to go on a break.
Mm-hmm.
Has to be.
Yeah.
Now, how long of a break? Does he come back to team up with Roman and them for Survivor Series? I mean, like you said, like Larry said, SummerSlam, or we both agree, SummerSlam is a big card, but at the same time, Jey Uso has not had any days off. It's a possibility. That might be his vacation time. Might be, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just don't think that.
Recharge, whatever.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You've been carrying the company for a little bit. For real. All jokes aside.
Yeah. Yep.
I just hope
This
that's
is
the
true.
case. I just hope that's the case.
Yeah. So Larry, so let me ask you this: say it comes out somewhere in the article or Jay Uso does documentary, whatever it is, like sometime in the future, and Jay was the one that went. I don't mind having this world title run. I love doing the Yeast with the crowd, but after a while, it got tiresome, and I needed some time for my family. I needed time to spend some time with my son Jace, my son Josiah, and my wife, and be with my family, which is funny how you got his son's name is like my name is crazy. But anyways, he was spend time with his family. You know what I'm saying? If he factor into that, saying that in a documentary that comes a year or two later, right? And that's why he lost the world title against Gunther. What would your response be for that?
Uh,
I'd be more okay if it was his idea. If it wasn't his idea and they made him do that, I wouldn't like that.
Mm.
I feel like it was a collaborative idea. It may have been a collaborative idea. Looking back on it now, I'm gonna say something right quick because this is interesting. When all the uproar was going on about Jey Uso losing that world title, and people on Twitter was going off. Some people defend Jay, some people not for Jay, whatever. One of the things that was shown was a video that Jey Uso was doing where he was in the ring celebrating his son, telling him like thank you for all the yeets, and he told him about Gunther and how great of a wrestler he is and how he's a great guy for winning the championship, all that stuff. He just like talking very positive and whatnot. Jey Uso didn't come across to me as, oh, the WWE is screwing me over. Oh, boom, 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 I'll get him next time. He didn't say none of that whatsoever at all. He just really, he was really putting on the emphasis that he had a great time. He had son there. He did very well. Yes, he lost the world title and whatnot, but he had one hell of a match against Gunther, and he came out of it just smelling the roses. It seems to me Jey Uso doesn't have a problem with WWE as far as their plans. Even if he's included or not, I don't think Jay has gotten to the point where he's bitter about the WWE company. I think he understands it very well and understands like their approach over some things. Do we fully agree with how WWE is doing with that? That's basically a different debate. That say yes, no, whatever. But what I'm saying is, Jay come out of it. I don't think he has a problem with it whatsoever. I don't think he has a problem with it. Like having to lose the world title. I don't think, obviously, professionally is one thing, but personally, I don't think he has a problem with it. Like, if you read, like when you read thinking about it, like he did his thing, bro. And I'm not saying this is a swan song. No, I don't want it to be a swan song. I hope everything for Jay continues and he does very, very well going forward within the WWE. I just don't think he's upset about the way they're booking him like that.
Yeah, I don't think he upset either.
I agree with some things, but I don't think he's upset.
I don't think he upset either.
No.
Like I said, I think Jey Uso, and I'm not saying that Jey Uso's riding out to the sunset and he don't care, he did whatever. But I think Jey Uso really, after he got that title, he don't care about nothing else. He's done. He's just like, bro, I've done everything I wanted to do. I can continue if I want to. If I don't want to continue, whatever. I'm in the Hall of Fame. They can't stop it. It's lit. It's it forever.
Yes.
So right now, I think he's just having fun, and wherever they fit him in, that's wherever they fit him in at. Now, I do feel that he's somehow getting squashed, though.
He's already got respect from all the OGs like Undertaker. Undertaker just spoke on him recently.
Yes.
That's the article that I shared to the group.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's an article you put in the group chat?
Yeah.
You want me to read it?
Yeah.
If you wanted to, I'll just put it in there for you to check out.
Let me see what it says. The Undertaker says fans are being too dramatic over Jey Uso losing the world championship. Larry. Anyways,
Cut your crack, baby.
I'm just joking, bro. I'm trolling like crazy.
Hey, yo, that's funny.
So I don't know that it's necessarily a rebuild. One, you look at the reactions that he gets, how long those interests are. The audience is so engaged. I don't think just because he lost, it has to necessarily hurt his place. I don't think the title is going to find Jey Uso. He was already well on his way long before he beat Gunther. Yeah, was it a short one? It was a little short, but again, I don't think that's going to define Jay as an attraction, as a draw. He is a bona fide top-tier guy now, and if you worry too much about not being the champion, I think it hinders your creativity. Okay, Taker. It's a bump in the road. I don't think that is going to be a detriment. I think the people who follow things and are always looking for drama on the internet and looking for some reason to be up in arms, it's overblown. I think Jay's going to be a main event guy for years to come. Okay, Tate. All right. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love that Taker gave him. Wow, that's huge praise coming from the Undertaker right there. That's
Right.
huge. And I love that he gave him that, and I feel like he has believed for him to even have a belief in Jey Uso to be a man than God for years to come tells me the WWE still are going to factor in some plans with Jey Uso. Just wait and watch.
It just
I put to you,
it's what me and Larry already told you that Jey Uso could be at the top of this company for the next 5 years, but you
y'all did,
couldn't.
y'all did, y'all did. And the only reason why I say transitional champion is because at the time in that moment when I was saying it like earlier from the previous video, is I'm basing it off of how they're booking him right now. That it seems like it feels like that right now, and I hope that's not the case. I hope that they can go with him being the main event because to me that's a big surprise. I would have never saw that coming, especially when you think about the Usos and the tag team. Like to this day, it still feels sometimes a little bit surreal to see Jey Uso being on his own, knowing that he came from his brother and they've been a tag team for so long, and they were dope at it. It was co-ed at the end of the day. So, but yeah, bro, it just goes to show you that Roman believed in him. All of them, like all his family, believed in him. And if it means for him to go the next few more years, like holding down, I love it because I think that's showing that's showing us as wrestling fans that again, your look of what a wrestler looks like to be the face of the company doesn't necessarily have to be all big, broad shoulders. 200 something pounds, 300 something pounds, like a Roman Reigns or a John Cena kind of like built or a great physique like that. You can be a guy who came from a tag team that, again, doesn't have to necessarily look big or look huge to get towards the top spot, let alone be the face of the company. And I think that's what Hunter is doing. I think that's why you get guys like Cody Rhodes and you get guys like Jey Uso being at that top spot and why they're pushing them the way they're pushing them. Matter of fact, what if I'll tell you this one, BZ. Think of it like this: what if the WWE is booking Jey Uso the way they're booking him, in comparison to how they booked Cody Rhodes before he got the world title? Before he beat Roman Reigns for that world title, like all these things he had to go through to overcome in order for him to reach towards the mountaintop once again. What if they're doing it that way?
It's a possibility. Yeah.
Right? They got Cody to Royal Rumble, and he lost against Roman. We all saw it. And then he went through those months of having to rebuild, and then he wins it again. And then they cap it off by having him beat Roman Reigns. Jey Uso could be another scenario with that.
Yeah.
The difference was he won the world title. He just didn't have the title for too long. And maybe that's how. So, okay. So, all right. Then Larry might have a point. Jey Uso might end up, hopefully, he might end up winning the Royal Rumble next year.
No.
You say no?
I don't want to see that because then you're repeating the same thing you did with Cody. I don't want to see that.
And they are doing it that way. That's Loki kind of not original, really.
Yeah.
I get why they're doing it as far as the long-term booking and the storytelling and things like that, and if they're trying to go like give him another edge or whatnot. But at the same time, it's still like, yeah, it's very predictable. Yep. They doing, man. Did you see my what I put in the group chat when I not in the group chat, what I sent towards you?
What'd you say? Hold on. No, I ain't say that. Hold on. I'm about to see. Let me see. Hold up. This is cool.
Okay.
Hold on. I got a lot going on. Hold on. You talking about the same energy joint? Which one you talking about? No, I said the same energy. Which one you talking about? The ringside roster?
No, what I sent to you,
personal?
wise, not the next group chat. Yeah.
Let me see. The rail joint? Oh no. Triple H favors to bury the WWE talent. I seen that earlier. I seen it when you
You
sent it.
watched it?
No, yeah, I seen it when you sent it. I'm
Yo,
on that boy is, man.
did you?
He don't like
You said
Seth
what?
Rollins, bro. I don't think he likes Seth Rollins.
Man, that man is a big. I've
He's a Seth
never come
Rollins
across
hater.
a more big Seth Rollins hater than that guy, bro. Golly, he was going at Seth like, bruh. Like, you would have thought Seth Rollins didn't even have a great career the way he was talking about Seth Rollins. Like, bruh. Oh my god. Yeah, man. He was basically the video Larry, to get you up to speed is like this guy named what's his name? Nate Know It All. Or Knows It All. He does apparently YouTube content talking about WWE stuff. He gives us critiques about wrestling. And basically he's talking about like how Hunter, if you're not a Hunter guy, like, or at least Hunter guy favorites, like this man does. And basically talk about some tyrannical stuff. I don't know if he said this or I came across watching another video where it said that. But anyways, he said something about like how Hunter has his favorites and that he said Cody Rhodes is one of them. Let me see. He came at Seth Rollins. He said Seth Rollins was. He said about the bloodline. The things that he said about the bloodline was crazy. What else did he say, bro?
Yeah, he was out of pocket. He was out of pocket.
It was funny. It was hilarious though. Like he said, what he calls somebody a fat FUCK.
Yeah,
He said that.
he said that. Who did he say that? He said that about Brunson Reed. Who did he say that about? Braun Breaker.
I'm not even a fan of his work like that. I don't really see the appeal of him.
Yeah, he crazy.
Boom, boom. I'm like, bro, like who is this dude? Yeah, he said some stuff, man. It's like, bro, what's wrong with you, bro? Oh my gosh. Well, you guys want to recap some other aspects of Raw, or what's up? What y'all want to talk about, man?
Man, we can finish the rest of the morning tomorrow.
Yeah, yep, for sure. Because I'm uploading before Raw episode right now.
Bet. All right, bro.
Yep, so we can do it tomorrow. All right, y'all.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I feel that you ought to go. Treating me like I'm the man. I feel like you ought to go. The things that you do with your hands, I feel like you ought to go. The way that you twerk when you dance, I feel that you ought to I feel that you ought to go. Treating me like I'm the man. I feel like you ought to go. The things that you do with your hands, I feel like you ought to go. The way that you twerk when you dance, I feel that you ought to go. Baby, you showing that's for real to me. And I can't keep it low key. See, everything you do to me is crazy. Two to the dome, you know I came to kill.